Okay, good evening. Tonight I'm going to present my 8 questions. This is my homework, number 6 from English, instrumental English. Number 1, why would people rather have an approachable teacher or boss than an unapproachable one? Students often prefer approachable teachers because they are seen as more sensitive to the students' needs and easier to talk to and go out with their way to make the students feel comfortable. This is interesting because the teacher, it has a specific role, and also the boss. So the people really need someone that they can follow, that they can admire, and someone who can guide them. So that's why they prefer someone they can trust, an approachable one. What is a stronger and less formal way of saying obstinate? We have many words, but the most important, it is stubborn, a negative person that sometimes is difficult to change their minds. Number 3, if someone is diffident, do they have little or lots of self-confidence? I have to say that this adjective, diffident, describes someone who is shy and is also lack of self-confidence. For example, sometimes, okay, they really have, maybe the situation is unassertive. They don't have the capacity or the ability to be sharing with someone. And the self-confidence is also necessary for people like this. And they really prefer to keep away or to stay away from the rest of the people. Number 4, how could you describe a greeting from someone that show exaggerated pleasure? I have to say that sometimes, okay, people, I can say that they exaggerate, okay, when they greet someone. And we don't know if this one is right or not, but sometimes you feel like a little bit uncomfortable. You don't know how to act. You don't know if they are telling you the truth or not. So I consider that sometimes it's a little bit, like confusing for us the way people behave. But if they really show a lot of enthusiasm, well, you just take it for granted that maybe someone likes you a lot. The next one, do you think it will be easy or difficult to have a friendly conversation with a taciturn person? I have to say that these people sometimes maybe they understand that you are not blaming them, and so you try to be sincere. But sometimes, okay, the silence that is between the people, it seems to be suspicious. You don't know what to say or what to think, and sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes people feel scared. They don't know what to say or what to answer, and you don't know exactly what else to mention because sometimes it's a very difficult situation. Number 6, which tends to be more negative, impetus or impulsive? Impetus and impulsive, the both words refer to people who are hasty and precipitate. Inaction or inactions not preceded by thought impetus suggests eagerness, and it is a little bit with violence and rashness, etc. And they act spontaneously. So you don't know exactly that this one is not so easy, but both have the same meaning. But if I mention which one it could be more negative, I think impulsive, because this one it is okay a little bit more, okay, like without acting, without thinking. They only go because they feel like to do that. Maybe because they would like to be silly or fooling around, you don't know, but this is the way people behave. The next one, number 7, which would most people rather be described as conscious or self-conscious? I have to say that typically conscious people are very well organized and they demonstrate self-control. They can plan their time very well, and they are known as great team players. Or maybe they have a specific role and they really work with the rest of the co-partners, okay, in a very easy way, diligent workers. I have to say that also they have the self-conscious means that they are a little bit more intranquil, they are nervous, and they are uncomfortable people. Sometimes they are worried about something, like what people think, what people might say, etc. So it's a little bit confusing sometimes, and the attitude, it tends to be like an adolescent. The other one, for example, it has to be if you are outgoing. For example, you are more likely to be seen as an introvert, or an extrovert. Uh, Outgoing people most of the time seems to be extrovert because they like to make friends easily, they like to talk a lot, they like to share, or they have, a topic to talk about. And sometimes the introvert is a little bit shy. Sometimes they have difficulty to speak, or they have, like difficulty to get along with someone. So I think it is very difficult. But the others, they like to communicate, and they like to talk, and they like to share, and they like to be the center of attention. So I consider that an outgoing person could be both, but specifically for me, it will be the extrovert. Thank you, teacher. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.